everybody and welcome to my new office. So it's not finished yet, but I thought I'd give you a tour before I've made it all pretty, so come in, come in. This actually used to be my old bedroom or loft for any of you that have been watching the channel for a while. I'm very excited because my old office was literally a shed. I had no windows, no like proper doors, like a garage door. So being able to have windows and natural light, it just feels like such a better sort of working environment. I'm also really excited because I have my very own desk. Now, you might be thinking, Esme, you're a little bit too excited to have your own desk and space and things, but you've got to remember, for the last sort of 5 years I've been doing this as my job. I've been in an unheated garage, so it does get very cold in the winter, so I'm right next to a radiator as well, which is excellent. But also, even to have I'm so grateful to have my own computer. When I first started doing YouTube as my job, I literally would edit all of my videos on the family computer that I would share with my brother and my mum and dad as well. So to be able to have my own computer, my own desk as well. Before, me and my dad would be cramped up on one desk and we were quite close to each other, so it's nice just to have my own space. I can keep this nice and tidy. Most people probably look at this and be like, well, it does look nice and tidy. I mean, I do need to give that a bit of a clean, but it looks bare to me. I love to make things pretty, so I want to have like hand cream here, maybe a little candle, just to make my working environment really nice, because I do spend about, 80 hours a week on the channel, and a lot of that is in front of a computer at my desk. So I actually went shopping today, and here is everything that I ended up getting. It probably looks like a lot, but once I've kind of dispersed it around the kind of room and everywhere, it's not going to seem that much. So today I've been to the garden centre and bought some plants. I do have some fake plants as well, because some of them can go in like the bathroom, things like that, where there is no natural light and there's no window. I've also done some online ordering. I also did some sort of thrifting as well, and also went on Etsy. Etsy's like one of my favourite places to get unique pieces, especially supporting small businesses. I've also got some dried flowers that I can put in all my pretty vases and things. They also smell really nice, because knowing me, I will come in here smelling of horsey stuff, smelling of damp in the winter, so making it a nice happy place makes me very happy. So first off, I'm probably going to start making there's actually a table in between where me and my dad's desk is. That's kind of like our, I don't know how to describe it, would you call it like our brainstorming table? So we can kind of slide our chairs together and we can work on that table together rather than having to be cramped on one desk. So I actually have bought a tablecloth to go on there, there goes the biscuit tin, obviously an essential in the office, a biscuit tin. But I bought this really pretty tablecloth, and I thought that would look really nice on it because I feel like it just stands out a little bit compared to the two desks, so I thought I'd make it a little bit more different. I kind of feel a bit like I'm in a board meeting having a proper sort of desk like this. As you can see, when we first put it in here, we weren't sure if we were going to have it this way or like lengthways, kind of like across like that. But if you're one of the brands that I work with or one of the shows that I work with, I probably have about 4 to 5 calls a week with different people, like organising things. You will know the shed and what I'm used to, so I'm just so excited. Anyway, I'm going to decorate this first. Also, I have a huge bin here. This is like a proper metal industrial bin, because for some reason our bin always overflows. So I went, you know what, I'm going to go for a big one. Splash out on the bin. Now, I know the tablecloth is going to make it seem less officey, but I just wanted to add like a bit of print in here or a bit of colour, because at the moment there's a lot of white, like we have the white walls and you can't really put much on these walls because they're slanted, and we have like a white table, white desks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this on. I might need to give it an iron, so bear with for the moment, but I feel like this will make it feel more cottagey, more kind of homey, because kind of is my home. I spend enough time in here for it to be my home. So I'm just going to pop that off. Which way round is the best way round for you to be? So I had a lot of fun. I've got loads of these cute little bits and bobs. So I'm just trying to figure out which tray looks the best to put the cute things on. I know these definitely aren't like essential, because also I have all this space over here. That is a old sock that I threw to the side, so it wasn't in shot, that I found under my desk earlier. But then these could also go on here quite nicely. I also have this that one of you guys made for me, which is gorgeous. Look how cute that is with all the horses' names on. I need to figure out if I can hang that somewhere. And my YouTube plaque as well. I feel like there's going to be a lot of trial and error of me moving around and moving things and then moving things back. But we'll get there, we'll get there. To my desk. I was going to say it's complete. I am probably going to be one of those people where as I kind of go along, go back to the pretty things table, I might swap things, I might add things in, take things out, but I'm really liking how it looks so far. I've got my little hand cream in my little bowl. I might add like snacks and things in the bowl or other bits and bobs like lip balm, that kind of stuff. Got my little pen pot mug. I thought the mug was very pretty, so I've just put everything in there. Candles that I'll probably never light, but I'll just smell every now and again, I guess. Tissues, because for some reason I've been ill so many times this year that I always have a cold, but I'm all good now at the moment, which is great. I've got a little plant to add some greenery into my life, but I also have lots of SSDs. So these are basically just pure memories. So when it comes to editing and things, even I have a Mac Studio, which is one of the top end Macs that you can get, and even that struggles a bit because when we do edit, it's all 4K 10-bit, good enough to be on TV. I mean, some of the stuff that we have done has been on TV, which is still so sort of wild to say, adverts, that kind of thing. But there we go. Also, thought I would show you these because I have named them all. They are all named after old men for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, there's Colin the caterpillar. We have Colin the hard drive. We have Phil, and we have Terry, and we also have Nigel. So there we go. If you have any name ideas for my next hard drive, because I get through these very quickly and it's very sad because they're very expensive, then give me name ideas for my hard drives or my SSDs in the comments below. I would appreciate that. Anyway, on to the other areas and making them pretty. So I'm now going to put my YouTube plaque up onto the shelves here. Now I was actually thinking of getting rid of these shelves because they are so old and I wasn't going to take them over to the cottage, but they've actually come quite in use for, you know, my book and everything, and I can put my artwork on here too. Now these shelves actually, they are so old that they belonged to my mum as a kid. They were literally her furniture when she was tiny. So they've been passed down. They're a bit well worn, well loved. But I thought I could put the books here. I've got loads of, obviously, Horse and Rider magazine, Horse Illustrated, Young Rider, all the magazines, Pony Mag. I thought I could put all my magazines on here as well, so I can have them all laid out beautifully. Obviously, there will be, fingers crossed, more Starlight Stables Gang series, so hopefully these shelves will fill up over time. But yeah, that's gonna probably take a while. I might do that last just because that's more of a boring job, putting loads of books on a bookshelf. I mean, it's still interesting, but the pretty things I felt like are gonna make the biggest difference. Just realised there is a picture of me and my brother. I was in year 6, so I must have been like 10. I think I was 10 in that photo, and Max must have been 8. So this was obviously like, you know, my old bedroom and still as part of it. I have pictures. These are like some of my first pictures. When I first got Mickey, that one I think especially was the first picture when we first got him. It looks so, like, that road I could still ride across, and like even the hedge is so much taller now. Also, I have all of my like different press passes from working at shows and events. For some reason, I have the same photo on pretty much all of them, and that is because when I work for the FEI, for some reason, they have like my photo in a database, so they don't like take a picture of you on the day of the show, that kind of thing. That photo is of me when I was 17, so from 5 years ago. So I don't know if they need to kind of update my photo because I look quite different. Oh no, that one at the Longines Global Champions Tour, that is a more updated photo. But it was really fun, like looking through these, all the shows that I've been to, all the different passes and things, kind of like a memory box. I'd really like to hang them up better because at the moment they're kind of on 3 pegs and they're a bit all over the place. So I kind of have, this sounds really weird, I don't want people to think that I'm very self-obsessed or anything like that, but this is kind of ended up being my YouTube shrine that I had like in the corner. Like it's kind of a shrine to the horses as well. I've got all the donkeys there and all the horses on Polaroids, so take it as what you will. I also have a cork board behind here that has also more like press passes, things like that, so I'd love to put that somewhere and hang that up too. I'm trying to dissect. I could do those as two different bunchies actually. I'm gonna have to hoover after this. Welcome to my dressing table. So this is where I kind of do my makeup touch-ups and things when it comes to filming. So that's why I decided to keep it here when I moved out. Again, this used to be my mum's when she was small as well. And I've just been kind of giving it a bit of a clean. Well, I haven't cleaned it yet. I have a wet wipe and I'm going to give it a bit of a scrub. The thing is, it's kind of like permanent stainage on here, probably from like foundation and things. So I might need to give this a bit of a sand and a repaint at some stage. Also, one of the things that I've been most looking forward to replacing, which I probably could have done way sooner, but it's one of those things that you kind of live with and you're all right with it. So I've had this makeup brush pot for, goodness, I can't actually remember, ages. And the thing is, what happens is, when I put my makeup brushes in, they just kind of slide out through the holes, and it's one of those things that's been just like driving me crazy. I know it's such like a small problem, but you know when it's like one of those things that you use every single day. So I've got a new pot to put my makeup brushes in, so I'm excited about that. Of course, gonna put lots of pretty things in. Probably not too much on here because I don't want it to kind of get in the way, because this is a very high intense area when I am doing my makeup. I'm one of those people where I have everything out, it's all messy. I need to redo this drawer as well. So it's a bit of a, you know, chaotic mess / creative area. So once I've done that, hopefully it'll be looking a bit better. Although I really don't think this stain is coming out. So apologies about that. Whoop. We're definitely going to need another wipe for my co-worker's desk. I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, but it is not very aesthetic. I mean, it's functional. It's very dirty, so I'm going to have to do that. Oh, no. At the moment, all of the pens are in an old coffee jar. Now, I know reduce, reuse, recycle, but it's not very aesthetic. I mean, he does really like coffee, but even like it's just not quite the right height to get all the pens out. So here's a very cute, snazzy unicorn one as well. So I'm gonna make this look a little bit pretty and make his desk look a little bit pretty. I hope he doesn't mind. I mean, I'm the boss. But oh no! Okay, I just need to stop like moving too much. You can go over there. I'll give it a clean. He also just ends up having loads of just different random bits on his desk, which when we kind of shared a long desk together would really infuriate me because his mess would kind of go over onto my side. So I've got some storage solutions for that, but first it's going to be a deep clean time. Also, the amount of pen that he has got from in like meetings when he's like doodling on my favourite, well, it's not my favourite, it's his, but I've spent my hard-earned money on these nice like mats or mouse mats. There's like pen all over it. And try and scrub it off. It's like having a toddler. How is there already so much dirt? We've literally been in this office less than a week. Is now complete. Obviously, you guys know me. Over the next few months, I'll probably add a few things, put up a few posters, or I was going to say like pictures, frames, that kind of thing. There'll probably be a few things moved around, but so far for today, I am really happy with the progress that I've made. It definitely feels like home. It definitely feels like a bit of me. I tried to kind of put all of my favourite things, basically flowers and pastel colours everywhere to make it feel all cozy and like, yeah, like I said, like me. Also, I have some like bits that I need to remove out of here. So I have like a clothes rail with all my clothes on that I need to organise. That needs to go to the cottage, so another thing that I need to do. Also kind of the back wall here, I really want to hang up, as I showed you before, my all my press passes and things in a little bit of a better way, so be sure to watch the vlogs. I'll probably do that in a vlog at some point, but anyway, I'm so happy with how it's looking. I really hope you liked today's video, enjoyed seeing me kind of decorating everywhere. Thank you so much for watching, because you're the reason that I'm able to have an office like this. I'm able to do YouTube as my job, and I'm just so grateful. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!